All right. I found Alec Blair. This could be a good Zoom. It's baseball, basketball. Well, first of all, how are you doing tonight, Alec?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you? Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, no, it's just neat. Well, we can get to it. We've met last year because you were hitting home runs over houses. We can talk about that down the
Yeah.
road. But yeah, maybe just introduce yourself. Anybody that goes to a De La Salle basketball or baseball game knows you. But tell people what you do there at De La Salle.
Yeah. I'm a senior this year. I'm Alec Blair, and I play baseball and basketball, like you said. I'm the tall guy who normally has his jersey untucked. So if you're trying to find me, that's me. So yeah.
Right. No, actually, in both sports, yeah, I'm more familiar in baseball after the game, untucked
Yeah.
jersey. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
that's my
No.
style. So
Yeah. So just in case there's another 6'7" guy, look for the 6'7" guy with the untucked jersey.
exactly, and that's me.
No.
Maybe his hat's
Right.
probably being worn like that on the baseball field. I don't know. That's
Yes. Yeah,
what
that's
I do.
also true. And mention that Godspeed.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is it a brand? Is it a message? Tell.
Well, it's Zach Bryan. It's like he has a song, but I take it as like it's Godspeed, meaning like it's his plan. Everything happens, on his timing. So just trusting his plan and living every day like it's your last. So yeah,
Yeah, that's a great message. Yeah,
yeah,
Zach Bryan, country singer, I think, or
yes, yeah,
they you
yeah,
have to educate me. Okay, that's good. But
yeah.
no, thinking about taking each day or God's tell people. I mean, you had to your parents, God, that song. Tell people that you it was adversity with your ankle,
Oh, for
and
sure.
you're going to work through it. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, no. So I actually hurt my ankle. I just sprained it, nothing too crazy, but definitely wasn't super nice to sprain it in the championship game, and it was hard, not to be out there playing with my guys and not to be 100%, at the end of the season. But like I said earlier, it's all part of God's plan. Everything happens for a reason, and just trust His plan. And who knows? Maybe if I didn't sprain my ankle, maybe something worse would have happened, or I don't know.
Yes.
All I know is that it happened, and I'm still breathing. Life is good, and I can't complain. So yeah,
Well, that's a great. I mean, and you were able to play against Folsom and Reardon, but no,
yeah,
that's a valid point. You would have preferred to play against those guys without a sprained ankle, but as
yeah,
I said, it's just a sprained ankle.
yeah.
You're not Juju Watkins.
No, it could
Jeez,
be a lot worse. Life could be
yeah,
worse. So
well,
you just got to be grateful
yes,
for everything you have.
right. And maybe
Yeah.
mention this. What did you start? Was it baseball or basketball? What did you start playing first?
Yeah, so I actually started both at like the exact same time. So when I was 4 years old, baseball's just kind of a family game. My uncle played at UC Davis, and I'm definitely not an Aggies fan, so don't get it twisted. But he played there, and he was my first coach, and still is my coach to this day. So that he kind of got me into the game. I fell in love right away, and then hoops was more on my dad's side. My dad loves basketball, so I remember watching the 2011 NBA Finals and LeBron was playing, and I was like, gosh, man, that guy is so good. And he was my hero for a while. So that's what kind of got me into basketball. But yeah, I started playing both at 4 years old. And ever since then, it's just been those two sports.
Right, you're going to test my memory. I think that was the Dallas Mavericks with
Yes, it was.
yes,
Yeah. Dirk
I
Nowitzki
don't
got him. Yeah.
exactly Dirk,
Yeah.
Jason Kidd,
Yes. Yeah.
Jason Terry. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't want to start a fight for you. Wherever Jason Kidd is, I root for him. So that night,
For sure. No, it's all good. I'm no LeBron fan anymore, but
okay. Yes.
yeah, no, he's just kind of got me into the game.
No, there's nothing wrong with being a LeBron. I mean, he's a legend. I mean, 2003, he was in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
The chosen one. He's still
Yes.
playing. I mean, he's
Yeah.
playing with the son, and
Yeah.
he's just a good guy. You don't have to worry about LeBron committing crimes, treating people. Yeah, seriously, that's important. And I mean, as
No,
much
for sure.
it,
For sure. I
it,
mean, I'm more of a Michael Jordan guy myself. I'm always that guy in the argument. But yeah, no, you can't deny LeBron's greatness on the basketball court. So
no,
yeah.
no, I'm on your side with Jordan. 6 championships, never lost.
No, come on now. Can't compete
Yeah,
with that.
and the biggest beneficiary is Kenny Smith and
Yeah.
Hakeem Olajuwon. The
Yeah.
Rockets got two
Yeah.
in the middle. They might
Yeah.
not
I
get two.
mean, just the fact that you can win three in a row, take a break for 2 years, play a whole different sport, and then come back and win three more is just outrageous. I think that's just next level. So yeah.
Well, that's not a something. That's you. He's baseball, basketball. I mean,
That's what I'm hoping to be. We'll see.
right, right. Well, then there's stuff they can move. Do you see the movie Air about the sneakers?
I actually haven't. I've been meaning to
Yeah.
watch that one.
No, watch that. It's fascinating. It's
Yeah.
all about the history of Nike. And right now,
Yeah.
Nike's huge. At the time,
Yeah.
Nike was in third place behind Converse and Adidas.
Yeah. For
And
sure.
so that's definitely worth watching. Here's something we'll talk about De La Salle, but Boomer Sooner. How did that happen? Oklahoma.
I mean, it was a crazy ride. The whole recruiting process was so awesome, and I narrowed it down between four schools, and Oklahoma was actually kind of the last school in the mix. I took a visit there, not really thinking I was going to go there, and I was just like, you know what, I just want to see. I like the coaches, and I ended up getting there, and just I fell in love with Norman. I felt like they had a great plan to play both sports, or for me to play both sports. And my faith is very important to me, and I felt like the Lord was, really present on campus. So, yeah, it's Boomer Sooner. I had some, it was really hard when I committed, and I had to, I had to call the other coaches
Yeah.
at, those schools that, I had been talking to for years, since I was in eighth grade, freshman year, like, and I was just in tears. It was so bad.
Wow. Yeah.
My mom, she was also tearing up too, because it was like, I don't know, when I felt like we had a very close relationship, me and the other coaches, and so it was hard, but I couldn't be more excited to be a Sooner, and I can't wait.
Right.
I'm counting down the days. As much as I love De La Salle, I'm excited to get to Norman. So yeah,
No, and that's the thing I did. No, it's also a credit to you to call the guys. It was difficult,
yeah,
but you knew
yeah.
you had to do that. What were the other schools? Do you mind mentioning?
Oh
Or
yeah, no. So my top five, it was Oklahoma, obviously, Texas A&M, University of Arkansas, LSU, and TCU.
okay, no,
Yeah,
wow, no, all big time schools.
yeah,
But and then you saw the news today. The on the women's side, or maybe you didn't. There was a lady named Chavez, Ilea Chavez,
yes,
the number
yeah.
one. She'll
I
be in
did
your
see
class.
that.
Yes.
She made the right decision. That's all I have to
Yeah,
say
that's right.
about
Yeah,
that.
no. And yeah, that's it. Norman. And also, I did
Yeah,
research. I thought Norman was like in the middle of nowhere. It is not.
yeah.
You are very
No.
close. Tell people you're very close to Oklahoma City.
I am, yeah. People when they think of Oklahoma, that's what they think, middle of nowhere. Like, a lot of folks from California don't really go out there. So, but when you go out there, it's a really cute college town, and everyone loves the Sooners. So, it's a special place, and people are so kind. Southern hospitality is a real thing. So yeah,
Oh, and also SEC.
it's big time. Yeah, so that was a big deal for me. I want to play in the SEC, so that's why all the schools I named are, other than TCU, are in the SEC. But I was heading south, so yeah,
Yes. Now that you knew where the competition was, and
for sure,
well, that's
exactly. Yeah,
true.
no,
I have to. All the conferences have changed, but yeah. TCU is like Big 12. That used to be Oklahoma
yes, yeah,
and Texas. Yeah, and I'm
yes,
so
yeah.
old. I remember the Big Eight. I mean that was yes. Google
That's
that
crazy. I
afterwards.
actually didn't even know that.
Yeah. I apologize for being so old, but
No, please
yeah,
don't apologize.
the Big Eight. And then I
Yeah.
mentioned this. How does it work? Are you a basketball scholarship or a baseball scholarship or both?
Yeah, so it goes by revenue, the scholarship. So basically, the sports that bring in the most money give out the scholarship. So it goes football, obviously has the most revenue, and then it goes basketball, then baseball. So I'm under a basketball scholarship, but there's also the money you're being paid on top of that, and both schools have, or both sides, excuse me, both sports have tossed in some. So there's
Yes.
no worries on that end, and I'm just excited to play both.
No, it's good. That's the future of. You'll be able to buy plenty of meals there in
We'll
Norman.
see. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm
Within
excited.
reason.
It's
Oh yeah,
it's awesome.
within
Not that
reason.
that matters or
Yeah,
anything, but it was
yeah.
important to me that both sides, did pay, just because you're signing up to play both sports. I want to make sure that was the deal. So, yeah, and they're very honest people, and I trust them, and I can't be more excited.
Right. And then so I watched Oklahoma and UConn Fears, the
Yes.
freshman,
Yeah,
and
he's
then
done.
yeah, exactly. Hope he stays, and then yeah, you would want to play
Yeah.
with him. But then what I
Oh,
did
for
notice
sure.
a
I
bunch of
don't know if
C.
he'll be staying. I think
Now,
he's
okay,
gonna go get his money. He's
yeah,
got to go to the NBA, and
yeah,
that's awesome. So I couldn't be more happy for him.
actually, but that could play in your hand. He leaves. There were a bunch of seniors, and then we could talk about this. You know all about playing as a freshman.
Yeah,
That's all.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that was a
mean,
big deal.
Is that your goal to play as a freshman?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's the goal. So I got to keep getting better, and I got to do some things, a little better on both the basketball court and baseball field. But that's my game plan, and I'm hoping to make an immediate impact. So yeah,
Right. And also, I did research. Your coach, the basketball coach,
yeah,
Loyal of Chicago, Sister
yeah, yeah,
Jean. You
yeah,
remember that? The run to the
yeah.
Final Four?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah,
Right.
no, I remember watching on TV. I was like, who the hell is this team? So it's real
Yes.
funny because the assistant coach, or the guy who really recruited me for basketball, was actually a player on the team. So I was on TikTok the other day and his highlights came on my phone. I was like, there's no way. So shout out to Clay Custer. Yeah, he was on the
Oh,
team. He's real young and he did a great job recruiting
yeah.
me. So yeah.
I think it was like about 2018. So Clay Custer, who recruited you, was on that played on that Loyal of
Yeah.
Chicago team.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
No,
So it's a small world.
very legendary. And
Yeah.
then I'm trying to think. Just we'll talk about the baseball, but the basketball side there. I mean, obviously, more recently, Blake Griffin. Actually, I watched
Yeah.
tonight. Buddy Hield, and
Yeah.
then a million years ago there was a Billy Tubbs, and he had a Stacy King and Mookie
Yeah.
Blaylock. And I was
Yeah.
thinking with the
Scooter.
Dallas South connection, is Scooter Barry still around?
I mean, he's just a legend.
Right,
He's a legend around here. That's kind of all I know. I know.
right,
I think he might have. One of the Berry brothers was just inducted to the De La Salle Hall of Fame. So
right.
the whole basketball team was there for that.
I
That's kind
think
of all
so.
I
I think
remember.
it was Scooter, and the point
Yeah.
being, he this I don't want to bring this actually bad for Oklahoma. 1988, Scooter was Kansas, and he was on
Yeah.
the team that beat Stacy King and Mookie Blaylock. So, but
Well,
so
I'll have to
that's
get
all.
some revenge. Hopefully, I can beat
Yes,
Kansas next year. I'll shoot him a call.
there you go. See, that's it. You right the right the ship, and
Yeah.
for me, that's just exciting to be able to watch that. And then, do you have an agreement with the baseball coach that you can play basketball up
Yeah.
until the final, as long as the season goes, or
Yeah, no. So pretty much how it works is obviously the sports overlap. So you don't hear about a lot of guys playing both baseball and basketball, just because a lot of schools aren't willing to make it work. But Oklahoma, they call themselves Two Sport U. They had a guy named Ryan Miner a little while back. He actually just recently passed away, so may he rest in peace. But he played both baseball and basketball, and right now the game plan is so during basketball season, let's say we have a game on Monday, I play the basketball game on Monday, and then Tuesday if I have a baseball game, then I just go fly out and play the baseball game, and then go back to hoops or depending on
yes,
the schedule. But it's about playing both at the same time, so they're gonna get me ready to do that, and I can't be more excited.
yeah, all you got to do is have a glove and your uniform, and then your bat, high
Exactly.
tops, and
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, you just don't run out on the baseball field in shorts and a tank top.
I might accidentally,
Yeah, yeah,
but yeah, no,
yes.
that's exactly.
No, but that is nice. I didn't even think about that. How you
Yeah.
can in this modern world with
Yeah.
traveling,
Yeah.
you can play actually both at the same time, and
For
then
sure.
yeah, no, that's great. And speaking of playing both, yeah, let's talk. We can talk the basketball. And so this is how this originally happened about a month ago. It's a team sport, but
Yeah.
there's a little blurb. Tell people. I mean, whose record did you break there at Del South all time?
Oh, Mr. C's. Joe C.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. Broke the scoring record. It was a really cool moment. His son's on the team, Austin. He's one of my good friends. I've been busting his chops about it for the last, couple years that I was gonna get him. But for it to finally happen, it was kind of surreal. And I'm just happy. One of my goals, I could check off one of my goals for the season.
Right. No, and I just like 20, 25 years ago, Joe C's Martinez. He's Christ the King. I've
Yeah.
known him for years. And I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that. See, he played as a freshman, as
Yeah,
did you.
he did.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's the thing. It's tough enough to play at De La Salle, but to play you got to play all 4 years. And think about what
Yeah.
you've done now. You probably have a record that could last 20 or 25 years. I mean, you could be, as you
We'll
said, somebody could say Mr. Blair. You might have to be Hank.
we'll see. I'm hoping someone comes in pretty soon and just snaps that record. That'd be pretty cool. So, I don't really want to hold on to it that long. But you never know. So if it does take 20 years, it'll take 20 years. But
Yeah.
there's gonna be someone who hopefully, suits up in a De La Salle uniform and plays better than me.
Right. Well, actually, you know who doesn't want it to be 20 years? Coach Marcus Schroeder. Exactly.
No,
exactly.
100%. Yeah, no, he's someone
Yeah,
can come in and score 2,000 points in one season. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That would make him an even better coach.
he would look fantastic if that were the
Right.
case.
And I think, yeah, I've known Marcus for years, going back to St. Mary's and obviously
Yeah,
the De La Salle, the last state champion. But that's the
yeah,
thing. I think he's never the only person he's ever coached is you've been there 4 years, and he's been. I think
yeah.
is that true that the
Oh,
only
it
person
is
he's ever
true.
coached
Yeah,
is you? I
yeah,
think.
yeah. So we came in at the same time. So it's kind of crazy. It was a sad day when the banquet was a very sad day because it was like kind of the sending off for the basketball team, and it was just kind of crazy to think like the next game I play I won't be in green and white. I'll be in red. So it was just kind of funny. And he won't be my coach. So it was pretty sad, but he's probably sick and tired of hearing my voice. So I'm sure he's ready to move on.
Well, no, I think he might be sick and tired of hearing your voice until next year when they
Maybe,
You're,
maybe.
no,
We'll
yeah,
see.
maybe mention that. It's a team sport. Mention
Yeah.
some of your teammates that were seniors.
Yeah.
You go ahead, and then also who's coming back that'll be on the team next year.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. This is going to be bad if I can't name every single person. So,
Right.
um, for the seniors, it was me, David Ballaghan had an amazing season, Braddock Chelsvik. Um, I'm gonna have to pull up the roster here. This could be bad. We had Zach Arnold, Joey Ravarino. I'm gonna have to pull up the roster.
Yeah.
This is good.
So it's okay.
But
It's at least you're admitting that you're cheating.
no, 100%. Well,
Yeah.
here's the deal. I look bad right now. But going from basketball to baseball, it's just kind of like a clean slate. So everything that
Yes.
happened before, I just kind of like throw out.
Yeah.
But I mean, those guys and so many more. It was a really amazing season. And, I'm going to miss everybody. And the seniors, we almost got it done. We were hoping to, play one more game and win the state championship, but it is what it is. And, everyone's kind of talking about what's going to happen next year. And, I mean, I think they're going to be totally fine. Ibrahim Onhorn's coming back. He's a stud. Like I said, Austin C's coming back. I think James Bush will be back. My boy Marinara. So they're going to be okay. I mean, I'm not too worried about them. And I'll be tuning in, watching and cheering them on and screaming at Schroeder to call a different play from far. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited.
No, that is neat. But I think it's Pat O'Rourke calling the games. You can,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
he
I'll
does a
just give
great
Pat a
job.
call. I'll give
Yeah.
him a call and ask if I can maybe help him announce a
You know
game
what
or
you could
two.
do? In modern technology, you could do a simulcast from Norman. Pat
Yeah.
there in Concord, and you doing color commentary from
Yeah.
your dorm
Yeah.
room there
No,
in
that
Norman.
would be nuts. That'd
Yeah,
be pretty funny.
yeah. And I just to like not cover for you, but yeah, I'm talking about why you couldn't remember some people's names because you have to remember. You have to meet all your baseball guys, and so
Hey,
you
you
got
know
to
what?
remember.
After I said that, I remember a couple. Obviously, my
Okay,
boy Bryce Patton. I don't know how I missed him. Mitchell Herring. Let's see. What other seniors am I missing? I think I'm at six. I'm missing at
okay,
least three.
okay.
We'll see. It'll come to my mind later. But
No,
Jason Brown. I'm still missing two. This is really upsetting me. This is really hurting my feelings. I
yeah,
wish you didn't ask this question.
yeah. I apologize. I asked too tough
No,
of a
it's okay.
question.
We'll
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
this part out.
No, no, that's the thing. I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. It's we didn't say anything bad, but no, it's just free flowing. But no,
For sure.
it is. You want to give credit to everybody. And
Yeah,
what I won't
yeah.
do is I won't have you name all your baseball teammates because we'll be here for like an hour.
I don't know if I can do that right now either. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie to you.
yeah.
Oh,
No, I mean,
geez.
Jeans has a big roster.
Oh, he
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now maybe that yeah, mention. I guess we mentioned it briefly, but yeah, what did you learn? The only coach you ever had there, Marcus Schroeder. Well, what did you learn from him?
I mean, something he always preaches is composure, and just being cool no matter the situation, even when things get tight or, a call doesn't really go your way. When you're suited up in a De La Salle uniform, you don't really get a bunch of calls. So, just, learning how to deal with that. And he's a great role model. He's a great person. And, one day I hope I can be like him and, just, treat people the way he treats people. And, the cool thing about him is he's very calm and composed, but at the same time, he still has like this fire within him. And so that's something that I'm going to try to take away and implement in my life. But yeah,
Right. And just yeah, just treating people, and that's stuff I was going to bring up. Like we met on the baseball field, but
yeah.
it was at a football game. You don't even know this. I saw you just the way you were conducting yourself, just
Oh, thank you.
talking to everybody. It just that's you don't have to do that, but that's important because
Sure.
see, I mentioned that. Who taught
Yeah.
you to do that? To treat everybody with respect and give people time. I mean, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
No, well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I give credit to my folks. I have great parents who really lead by example. So, they always taught me to treat others, with class, and I like to think I'm a faithful person, and I'm definitely strong in my beliefs in the Lord. So, and He teaches just to treat others with respect and show them kindness and spread love. So, yeah, but I mean, this is my family, so it's really not hard to be social and talk to everyone. I've been going to De La Salle for the last 4 years. These are my brothers, and
Right.
anyone associated with the school, I have the utmost respect for, and even those who don't, I still respect. Maybe not as much, but a lot. So, yeah, but I love the school. So, like I said, anyone associated with the school, I have a little extra love for.
That's awesome. And also,
Yeah,
being a 6'6" or 6'7", it's difficult for you to blend in.
for
People,
sure. Yeah,
yeah,
no, I'm definitely the odd one out most of the
yeah,
time.
no, they
I
people, yeah,
peek out a little
exactly.
bit,
Yeah,
whether
yeah,
it's
you gotta like duck or something. But no, no,
yeah, maybe it's something I'm wearing, maybe it's the
no,
height. I don't know. There's
no,
always something going on. But yeah,
no,
so
no, no. But that's a good thing. And as I said,
yeah,
must be a privilege to have people you don't
yeah,
know come up and want to talk to you.
for sure. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Truly blessed to be in the situation that I'm in. So just enjoying every single second.
Right. And then maybe
Yeah,
the baseball. And that's actually how we met. Tell
yeah.
people we met because I had to talk to you because you were hitting home runs over houses. Tell people about this.
Yeah, well, I have a rule. I think that, they switched the field up a little bit. They renovated it. It looks way better now. But they built up these higher fences. So now when you hit it over, it kind of has to go over the house. But back when, the fences weren't as tall, my rule was if you don't hit it over the house, it doesn't count, even if it goes over the fence. So I took great pride in that. But yeah, no, I remember that game. I remember my buddy Cal Randall pitching. He's a superstar. So I was just trying to go out there and have a good game for him.
Right. I think that might
Yeah.
have been maybe was that your junior year? Obviously, because you're a senior now, or maybe
Yeah,
even
I think that was my
sophomore,
sophomore.
because I think that was that the day where it's a team game. I went to one game where it was two. It was Alec Blair 2, Granada 1, and
Yeah, no, that is right. It is a team game though, so
yeah,
obviously they got to pitch to other guys. Maybe their pitcher got a little tired when they were facing me, just lost a little concentration. So
right. No, no, that is neat there. So they have the house is still in danger, but not quite as much danger. I mean,
yeah. No, definitely. I mean, I'm sure they're real happy. I remember last year I broke another window, so I was feeling pretty bad. But
oh
yeah, no, I'm sure they're ecstatic and they're real happy about the fence, being built a little taller. So
yeah.
shout out to them. And I apologize if this person ever hears it
Yeah.
for,
Well, yeah, that's what
destroying
we.
your house
Yeah, yeah, I
sometimes.
don't know if it's like a David Letterman or a late night show, we could like knock on their door and but yeah, I don't think so. No, we don't. No, I mean it
For
is.
sure.
Yeah,
They
no, but
probably
it
don't
is.
want to talk to me. I don't know.
No, exactly. No, but it is. I mean, you're left-handed, and the house is right there, and
Yeah.
it's just. I think in legal terms, it's called an attractive nuisance. So, you can Google that. So I think you're
Yeah,
off.
no, I'll have to Google that
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
this
That's
is
pretty
like
funny.
the legal part of the show here. But you
Yeah.
mentioned that just playing with jeans. That I think also
Yeah.
you were playing as a freshman there as well, or
I got pulled up at the end of my
well,
freshman year,
okay.
but
So
I didn't get any playing time.
okay. No, that's why I joke it. Well, the good thing about basketball, a job will open up if somebody wanted to play at there's only been exactly, but you're
For
pulled
sure.
up so your freshman year. A big
Yeah.
part of what Jeans has built and built there. Yeah, I mentioned Jeans. I've known him 10 years. What have you learned from Jeans?
Yeah, well, he's a little bit of a stricter coach for sure, and I think people, that's how people look at him. But he really is a nice guy. So people don't know that. I think your first impression is always very strict. Like it's kind of his way or the highway, and it really isn't like that. He lets me do my thing. I've kind of my pregame stuff I like to do, and he lets me do everything I have to do to really get my mind right before games. And he's been nothing but kind and respectful to me, and I have the utmost respect for him. He's taught me a lot, especially the mental side of the game. So no, and he's a pretty funny guy. We crack jokes in the middle of the game, and we have a good time because at the end of the day, baseball is just a game, and you got to treat it like that. It's a game of failure, and you're gonna fail. So it's important to always smile and have some fun while you're playing.
Right. No, you hit 300, you hit 400, you're going to get an out 7 times, you're going to get an out 6 times.
Exactly.
And then with
Yeah.
Jeans, the big thing is respect the game. I mean,
So,
if
yeah.
if you don't, that's how you would have you lock horns with jeans if you don't. Yes, anybody
Definitely.
want if you're like a sixth or seventh or eighth grader and want to play for jeans, you better
Yeah,
have respect for the game. You
100%.
can. That's something I've learned from him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
maybe mention this year's team. You've I think you traveled up. I think you haven't played yet. You're still waiting on your ankle. But
Yeah,
you went with them up to Washington.
yeah.
Tell me about the team.
Yeah, no, I mean, we played well. So I think we're 3-2 right now. We dropped our first two games, but we're all right. I mean, I don't think there's any worries on our end. So we're just getting used to playing ball again. But we went down to Washington. We won three in a row. The boys look good. The weather wasn't too great. It was
Oh,
raining. I can't lie to you. I'm not the biggest fan of Seattle, but it was okay, and I had a great time with the fellas. So it was cool, and we
yeah.
won. So that
That's
always
it.
uh, that always helps.
Exactly. But that's the thing. It rains all the time in Washington, and
Oh
so
yeah.
it's
I don't
crazy.
know what we were thinking going there. I mean,
That's true.
I would have rather been in Florida or Texas or I don't know, maybe hopefully I can do the planning for the team
Yeah,
next year, but
yeah.
it is what it is. I had a good time.
You needed a tournament in Oklahoma.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't
See,
know. It's too much
exactly.
to ask for.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. So, but yeah, tell me about maybe the pitching staff and then the team this year. Who are some of the key
Yeah.
players?
Yeah, no. So we have really good pitching staff. Graham Schlicht is probably our guy this year, I would say. But I mean, we have a strong bullpen. Graham, he's going to throw well. He's going to do his thing. But if you don't have a bullpen to back him up and other starters, it doesn't matter. One guy can't do it all on the bump. So yeah, we have we're looking pretty good. It's a younger team than what we normally have. There's definitely a lot more sophomores than I think the Daily Style program's accustomed to, but. I think these kids are good. They're talented. They're young. They got a little passion, and so yeah. But they look good. And hitting wise, we let me think of how many. There's definitely a lot of returners. I don't know how many guys played a bunch last year, but I'm very confident in this team. I think we're a very talented group, and we're disciplined. We work hard, and everyone loves the game. You don't have to question anyone's love for the game and if they want to be there. So that's important. And we all share a common goal, and that is to win. So
Yeah,
hopefully we can get it done this year.
the one guy, Bubba Vargas. I think he
Yeah,
saved.
Bogue. Yeah. No, I mean, just saying his name brings a smile to my face. He's a character, to say the least. He's a great kid.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and he's the opposite of you. He's not 6'6".
Yeah, no, he's not.
No,
But
exactly.
he and I just laugh. Like we both have a good time, both love the game. So we definitely have our similarities, although we don't really look the same, aren't, the exact same height. It's all good. I can always keep back with Bubs and have a good time.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, how about away from sports at De La
Yeah.
Salle?
Yeah.
Maybe a teacher or a class. Or what do you like to study there at De La Salle?
Yeah, no. So this is gonna sound pretty bad because my worst grade is in math, but I do really love math. I don't. I'll be the first one to admit I haven't really been given my best effort in the class, but I love Mr. Ball's math class. He's a really funny guy, and we have a good time. So I enjoy that. Outside of school, I love to fish. I'm not a good fisherman by any means, make no mistake, but I like to fish. Just hang out with the boys, but. Majority of the time because I play two sports, I just kind of have the same schedule every single day. Go do my two sports, come home, go to sleep, wake up the next day, do it again. So, definitely I spend a lot of time alone, and that's why I like to fish. I like to read, just kind of things like that. So yeah.
So you mentioned, so do you still train in baseball? I mean, in basketball, even though it's over right now, or
Yeah, no. So
wow,
I like to
explain that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. I mean, so I'm out of I leave for Oklahoma the first week of June to go play basketball. So
right.
I just want to, make sure obviously my focus is in baseball, but um, I still it's important that I get shots up and I stay, somewhat in shape for hoop season just because, it's such a quick turnaround, I don't really get any time. It's not like I have any like weeks off to really get my body into shape. Baseball kind of ends in I mean, if we do what we're supposed to do, it'll end in June, and right when season's over, I just head off to Oklahoma to play hoops. So it's a quick turnaround. I got to make sure I'm ready. But during basketball season, I'll be hitting, and I'll try to keep my timing, on. And although I don't get a lot of live at bats, I think it definitely helps me out a lot. So yeah,
So that's important to know. With all your natural talent, you have to
yeah,
do both, even during the off season.
for
Some
sure.
people might not realize that. you're playing basketball, you're working on baseball. And when
Yeah.
you're playing baseball, you're working on basketball. And
Yeah,
so,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah,
I think some people think I can just show up and just, do it and maybe against the bad teams, yeah. But I mean, when you're playing against the real guys and the real teams, you got to make sure you're ready to go mentally and physically. So yeah.
yes, yeah. And that's the thing. There'll be a few cupcakes when you get to Oklahoma, but once you get to the SEC, there are no
Yeah.
back. You saw that, whatever, there's 16 teams in the league. I think
Yeah.
14 made the tournament. So, I mean,
100%. Yeah.
yeah.
So you got to be ready. And that's in hoops. And I think in baseball, I mean, if you were to look at the top 25 ranked teams in the country, I'm sure the SEC has their fair amount. So yeah.
Yes. No, no, that's great. Well, I think, yeah, maybe we wrap up here. Is there anything I've forgotten to talk about that you
I
like
think
me to
it's
mention?
all good. The last thing I'll say is I know I said I didn't like Seattle, but there was a guy named I forget his full name, but his name was Rick, and he was the one who paid for the whole thing. And so although I didn't like Washington, I didn't like Seattle. It was a pleasure to meet him, and he's a great guy, and he put on a great tournament. So I'd like to say that.
There you go. See,
But,
you're,
yeah.
you're, you're most wise. That'll get Del Sol invited back.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta make sure I say that because he was a great guy. He was very, very nice to me. And he's one of the basketball assistant coach's good friends, Travis Graydon. So if he's a friend of his, he's a friend of mine. And like I said, he was very nice to me, and
Yes,
we had a great time.
and he can't control the weather.
No, he can't. He can't. He can't be snapping his fingers and making it all sunny.
Right.
So
No, no,
yeah,
that's it. No, see, that's it. You're not, a politician's the wrong word, but we don't want to do that. You don't want to run for mayor or governor, but yeah, play sports. But no, you just always say the right thing, and we didn't say anything wrong, but you wanted to
yeah.
clarify,
Yeah, you always
uh,
want to clarify. You don't want to
yeah,
come off the wrong way and
no,
sound, like a prick or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
God forbid, like Oklahoma has to play in Seattle in a few years, and some person on the internet goes and digs us up, and so
Yeah, then it looks bad.
no,
And then they're like, oh my gosh, there's gonna be a couple extra boos in the stands. So
yes,
that's
no, but
cool.
but if they do, it'll be taken out of context because they didn't watch the whole show. They
Definitely.
didn't. No,
We
I
clarified. That means they didn't watch the whole video. That's what happened.
exactly. No,
Yeah,
exactly. They missed out. So no, I didn't.
definitely.
No, I think we could do more. You're a short timer. You have until June, but
Yeah,
keep doing good things, and we can do another one of these.
for sure.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I just think that I'll just thank you, and
Yeah.
then you hang out for a moment here. I'll talk to you for a moment afterwards. But yeah, this could not have gone any better.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. Like I said, thank
Okay.
you for having me. Seriously, it means so much. Love watching these videos. They're always very entertaining to see some of the boys on these. So I'm happy we could finally get it done in a range of time.
No, it worked out. Now
It
you're
did.
part of it. So yeah. So hold on a
Absolutely.
split second, Alec. I'll talk to you
Yeah.
for a moment afterwards.
Yeah.
Let's see here.